Hello, this is Mel Thompson, and this is a podcast and a series of podcasts about political risk. Today I'll be discussing Egypt and the expansion of the Suez Canal. The Suez Canal is a very key and vital waterway for trade, global trade. This particular expansion is going to cost $8.5 billion, and it involves digging and dredging 72 kilometers of canal. And the canal actually is 193 kilometers, so it's a pretty substantial project. This will make the canal a parallel waterway, and it will essentially enable it to provide two-way traffic. The doubling of traffic means a doubling of revenue for the canal. So essentially what you're looking at is by 2023, which are the projections, the annual revenue is going to be around $13.2 billion. Foreign direct investors who are looking at projects or potential companies that are looking at deals down the road that would involve some degree of shipping that would absolutely depend upon the Suez Canal in some way, shape, or form, whether it's a finished product or a part of a supply chain, would be best served to look at this project and start picking out spots in the region where they can invest in companies, projects, concepts, and ideas that can actually grow because the canal is going to grow. When you improve infrastructure, which is exactly what this is this is an infrastructure project. When you improve infrastructure and you start doubling revenue, you automatically create opportunities. And the opportunities for foreign direct investors and companies that rely somehow on shipping products through the Suez Canal can certainly be viewed as a new time frame. This is going to change quite a bit. The Suez Canal, like the Panama Canal, was a game changer in many ways. It remains a game changer, as we can now see because of the expansion. This is not a old-time trade route that is no longer vital. This is absolutely a vital trade route, a vital part of the global infrastructure when it comes to foreign direct investment, trade, and economies. It should be viewed in that sense. It should never be viewed as something that's obsolete. And clearly now, it will no longer be even behind the times, if you will. It is actually coming way into the 21st century with this new development. The overall idea here is to not miss out on the opportunities that may present themselves because of the doubling of trade that would be provided by an expansion of the Suez Canal. Where the political risk comes into play is the fact that this is Egypt, and Egypt at some point could have other problems. It could have problems financially, it could have problems politically. Right now it seems to be stable, even though it's not the best democracy, if you want to call it that, in the world. It is a work in progress, in my opinion, as far as a democracy is concerned. There are many issues, many challenges, and if there's anything that ever explodes within the region, which is very possible at any time, particularly during a time frame in which we don't know exactly how the Iran deal is going to go as far as the nuclear deal is going to go. We don't know what's going to happen if that doesn't go through. And we don't know if the situation in Iraq, Syria, Turkey, all these countries that may be involved with each other in some way or individually having problems within their own borders, how all those things are going to impact what happens in the region. What happens in the region may impact trade. Can you move stuff? Is there a war going on? Is a trade route blocked? What about investing in certain areas? What about a particular vendor you're using or had used or was advised to use in a country that is now in a problem. These are all things that must be considered when you look at the overall big picture. The overall big picture is that the expansion of the Suez Canal is an excellent opportunity for foreign direct investors and companies, but it must be tempered by the fact that it is located in a neighborhood where there always has been and probably will be for a long time to come possible problems. This has been Mel Thompson.